Hello everybody and welcome back to Liquid Art Studios. My name is Justin and today we are going to be painting Miss Ada Wong and Jill Valentine. And these models, or this model I guess I should say, was provided to me by ES Monster over on Patreon. Over there on Patreon you can join them right now for as little as $10 a month. That's going to get you 4 to 6 full-size figures each and every single month. They will also provide you with the miniature versions, which I believe are a 1/24th scale. And also, if you suck at supporting, they will give you the pre-supported files. So make sure to go check out ES Monster over on Patreon. Also, if you like the channel, my analytics say most of you are not subscribed, so it would do me a big solid if you could just click that little subscribe button right down there. And if you like the video, go ahead and throw it a like. Leave me a comment. Let me know if I'm doing a good job or a bad job. We're trying to grow this thing, okay? We're trying to expand our horizons. So I need feedback. Let me know if I suck. If I suck, tell me I suck. I'll try to suck a little less. That sounded horrible. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish up the zenithal on this model, and we'll get into it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start in on the dry brushing of the base. We're going to go in with this Deck Gray, which is a greenish, pale greenish color. It's a good color. Thought I would use it, change things up a little bit from the standard gray that most of your rocks are typically going to be. Now we will come in with a neutral gray and go over top of the Deck Gray to add some highlights. And then I'm going to finish it off with a Moon Gray, which is a yet even brighter gray, and I'm going to focus on pulling out the edges with that. Work your way up to the brighter colors. Use your brighter colors on the edges. Now we're going to hop over into the airbrush booth with the base and throw down some Valentine green. Just kind of give it a little mossy effect, change things up a little bit. I like it. I like to use it sometimes on rocky bases. And then we're going to go in with a Gilliman Flesh even, and go ahead and spray that into our gray areas to kind of tint everything, change it up, add a little earthier of a tone. And then now, of course, the Agrax Earth Shade to further shade the things. And then I will take the Griff Charger Gray and go into the shadows. And now we're going to go ahead with a Graveyard Earth and paint this barrel that is also sitting on the base. I didn't realize until I was editing this video, but like that barrel is not proportional at all. Like that's a tiny barrel. Like it's not even knee height. Anywho, we're gonna go in with a lighter brown and dry brush over top of the Graveyard Earth. And then we will take this Old Bone, which is very similar to Deck Tan, but it's not Deck Tan. It's Old Bone, a little more yellowy. And I will go over top of that to add even more of a wood effect. And then we're going to take this black metal and do the banding around the barrel. And now we can go ahead and plug that into its rightful place on the base and proceed with more painting. Then I take a deck gray and paint over the socks that are on her feet, but I actually learned from looking at the pictures that was actually the wrong color. So I do come back and go over that with the appropriate color, which is not that gray. And now we're going to take a Cygor brown contrast paint and go ahead and paint over the straps and the soles of her boots. And then lastly, we're going to take a brass and go ahead and paint over the buckles on the straps of her boots. And now we're going to take black and paint the socks black because they're not white, they're actually black. They may be a very dark blue, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to say they're black. And then we will go ahead and put her boots on the base. Now we will come in with the Witchbane Plum and start in on some skin tones. You can use any kind of pink you want to. You don't even have to use pink. You don't have to use a pink. I actually forego the traditional red ink on this one. I just didn't feel like I needed that kind of depth on these. These guys are kind of more of a, almost like a cartoon type model. So I wanted the skin tone to be a little more vibrant, a little less shadowy, so I just went over it with the pink to get some brighter skin tones. And we are taking the brown rose to do the base coat of the skin. I did actually use different paint sets on Jill and Ada as well. We're using Vallejo on Jill right now, obviously. And now we're going to take a sunny skin tone and start adding in some highlights. Your second tone in line is going to be like the main tone. And then we will take a light flesh and use that for our lightest colors, where we feel like the sun would be hitting her the most. Now we're gonna take this cold black, which is it's a little different than a regular black. It's maybe got like maybe a tiny greenish hue to it. And I went ahead and painted her skirt dress thing. And while I had it in the airbrush, I went ahead and put a black coat on Ada's hair. And then I take a moon gray and throw down some highlight on the skirt. And now we are ready to put the legs in the boots. And place the skirt on the legs. Now we're going to take a Talisar blue and paint her top. Talisar blue is it's one of those colors, like it's just such a good color to throw down over a black primer that's been zenithal. Like it's just awesome. It's a great blue. And I put a few drops of white ink in there to give me a lighter tone for a highlight. And then I take the deck gray and paint her hoodie sweatshirt thing that she has wrapped around her abdomen. Hey, while we're doing this, let me know down in the comments, who do you think would win in a one-on-one street fight, Jill or Ada? My money's going on Jill. Now I take a black and go ahead and start painting around her armbands. Well, one armband and one elbow pad. And then also her gloves and the firearm that she is carrying. Also, I go ahead and I don't bother filling in anymore on the brown of her holster. I didn't feel like it was necessary. I like the contrast that the snakebite leather was giving me, so I just took some of that brass color and painted in all the little buckles and little buttons on her gun holster. And now that we got all that painted up and fitted in place, it is time even to go ahead and assemble, I'll say 90%. I didn't paint the head. I did paint the heads together at the end, but we'll get there. So now we are switching over to the ionic paints, and we're starting to throw down some light magenta on the legs of Ada. Now we are going to take the neutral flesh, which is going to be the base tone for our skin. And like I said, these models are a little more on the cartoony side, so I pretty much just went with a full coverage. Now we're going to go in with a gnome skin, which is going to be your mid-tone. Also, like I said, the primary color of your light-touched skin. And now we're going to go in with the elf skin, which will be the lightest skin tone that we use for only the uppermost facing surfaces. And now we're going to go start back over from the beginning and start throwing down the skin tones on these heads. Starting with Ada, neutral flesh, then gnome skin, then elf skin. Why I did it like this, I don't know. And then for Jill, the Vallejo, brown rose, then sunny skin tone, then light flesh. Light skin, not light flesh. And now we're going to take a red ink and use this on not Jill, that's Ada. Use this on Ada's dress. Again, kind of like the Talisar blue, I really like the effect that the red ink gives you over top of a zenithal. You kind of got to go over it a little bit to get it brighter in some spots, but I really like it. And then we're ready to take a black and paint her shoes. And then we're also going to go ahead and use that same black to paint the gun holster that she has strapped to her thigh. And then also she has some armbands. We go ahead and paint those with that same black color. And her firearm pistol gun. And then I take that dark silver color, dark metal, and go ahead and go over the chain bracelets that she has. And then lastly, we will go ahead and take the black and go over the straps of her brassiere, I believe that is, her bra. And yes, I know, there's a giant thumbprint on her back, which is why I'm now wearing a glove. And we'll come back and fix that later. And then we paint her necklace choker thing. And we'll also go ahead and paint Jill's necklace choker thing. Also, I don't think that I recorded painting her hair, Jill's hair, but it's just brown. So now it is time to do the portraits, and we will start off by going ahead and blacking out the eyes. Make sure to get the, the top edges and bottom edges of the eyelid to kind of give the illusion of like an eyeliner. And now we're going to take a highlight skin and go over the whites of their eyes. And then we'll go ahead and use the black to fill in Ada's eyebrows. And a brown to fill in Jill's eyebrows. And then we're going to take this darker Admiral Blue and do a somewhat larger circle for the iris. And then we'll take this lighter Lightning Blue to do the lighter inside color of the iris. And then a little trick I learned, I watched a guy on Instagram using a mechanical pencil to pick up a little bit of black paint, and that just works awesome for a little tiny pupil. I also took some Stonewall Gray, which is just a very pale pink, and watered that way down and used that to go over her lips. And then for Ada, she has brown eyes, I think. Well, mine does. So we do the same thing. We use a darker brown to do a slightly larger circle, and then a lighter brown to fill in the majority of that circle, and again with the mechanical pencil for the pupil. And then for her lips, I decided to go with the tried and true Magos Purple. Great lip color for female models. And we are ready to now stick her hair into its rightful place. And then I wanted to add a little bit of highlighting to the hair, so I took this bronzed yellow and go over some highlights on Jill. And then we take this whale gray, which is a bluish, lavenderish gray, and use that for some highlights on Ada. Eyes in the glass, reflections don't lie. We move like shadows, kiss feel goodbye. And with that being said, we have now finished painting Jill Valentine and Ada Wong from Resident Evil. We can plug their heads on and get ready for the up close. Hard to steal. We dance in the smoke on the neon skies. No words, just a look that could paralyze. Power and grace in every revealed tonight. Footsteps echo down secret halls. Silence is golden, danger calls. Trust is a weapon we never show. The closer we get, the less they know. You ain't my move on. Alright guys, well that about does it for this week's model, Jill and Ada. If you liked the video, again like I said, just go ahead and drop me a like. If you want to stick around for a while and check out some other videos, we're accumulating quite the library now, so feel free to check out one of the videos that's about to pop up on your screen right now. Make sure to click the subscribe button for me. It really lets me know how I'm doing and lets the algorithm know you want to keep watching my shit. So once again, guys, thank you so very much, and I will see you guys again next week. Peace.